How come? I just checked the headline.
Hey, it's me again. Headed to the Beyonce Jay-Z tour. Running through the airport as usual, late. But as I promised, part 2 to the interview is coming. And I hope you enjoy it. We'll see you guys soon.
You know, so here we are, and Jimmy, I tell you what, man, we all have a hard time tracking you down. It seems like you're pretty much always on the move. What's that all about, buddy?
Yeah, I've been busy. I must say, I've been real fortunate, been real busy. You know, working for Queensryche, working for those guys has been a blessing, and working on, you know, my CD.
Are you slinging the cotton candy for them, or what's your role?
I'm actually driving their bus.
Oh, okay,
you know,
cool.
I've been driving buses for it's fun.
Gig.
It's a fun gig,
and
gig. People call me up, and you know, it's not something I want to do every day.
Sure.
But people will call me up and say, hey, you know, we need a bus driver. Would you be interested? And depending on who it is, I mean, I've had some great tours in the last year. Queensryche, Steve Winwood, great friend of mine now.
Yeah.
You know, great musician. He's just Steve Winwood is a fine gentleman. That's all I can say. He's class act. And
well, that gives you a chance too. If you get bored in one city and you feel like, you know, ended up somewhere else, if you like the destination, you can just hop on board. Right?
Yeah, yeah, and it works. It really does. It really works. I can pick and choose what tour I want. You know, if I don't want to go out on something, I don't have to. You know, but this Queensryche thing has been a blessing. You know, working with Rudy Sarzo, he's in the band.
Wonderful, yeah.
Simon Wright.
Which is he a newer addition? Because he,
you know, he's been with them. I think everybody's been there for about a year.
Somewhat new,
yeah, somewhat new. You know, yeah, because you know, everybody's. It's no new news that the band Queensryche broke up.
Yeah.
And Geoff started a new band, and Queensryche got a new singer. So they're both doing their own thing. But Geoff hired a super band. You know.
Right.
You know, Robert Sarzo, Rudy Sarzo, Kelly Gray,
yeah.
Simon Wright
Wow.
from AC/DC,
wow.
and you know, it's just been a blessing touring with these guys. These guys are pros. These guys, it's such an easy tour because they're pros. You know what I mean? It's very easy with these guys. You know, there's not a whole lot of that stuff you get with the baby bands. You know, when you're on tour with them. So it's really
a lot less drama. Yeah.
No drama.
That's great.
Yeah.
We really want to know. I mean, a lot of us know you as the guitar player, the musical savant. I mean, genius. You know, shredder, and there might be something new that you're working on. Tell me about that.
Yeah. There's something new. You know, if you listen to my music it's a little different. You know, if you just sat down and listened to all my songs, you'd go, wow, he does that too. But I just wanted to be that guy that could, you know, that could play different stuff. I just didn't want to be one genre of music, you know.
Yeah,
I did some stuff with my buddy Seth Sanders, and he's a hip hop artist.
Oh, cool.
And did some stuff, you know, some crazy guitar on some stuff I wrote, and had him come in and do the rap part on it, and it came out great, you know. This new song that I've got out that hasn't actually been released yet, Blues Room 212. It's a blues rock, jazzy rock, bluesy song, I guess.
Yeah.
It's got, you know, my first time using keyboards. I normally don't use keyboards in my songs, but I wanted to pad it with some keyboards, some real nice strings.
Cool.
You know, like a string section, and it just came out great. And speaking of Queensryche,
so that's why I got the blue guitar.
Hey, there you go. Hey, it all ties in, right? It all ties in with me, absolutely.
Marketing strategy.
And speaking of Queensryche, you know, Kelly, the guitar player for Queensryche, is actually producing my new stuff now. He produced Blues Room 212.
That's great.
Kelly's the guy that pays attention to detail.
Are you saying you're not kind of that guy?
Well, I'm not a producer.
I'm
really not an engineer producer.
Like?
I'm more, you know, I'm a player, and I can get up there and I can go over the song with them, and I can say, hey, you know, we might want to just turn this up or turn this down or add this or fade this. But Kelly's the guy that'll go, did you hear that? And I'll go, no. And he'll go, well, yeah, we need. So he'll go back into it, and he'll find something and go, oh, and I'll go, I didn't even hear that. But he's the guy that can, you know.
That's great.
He's great at what he does. Geoff Tate spoke highly of him. You know, I told Geoff about Kelly wanting to produce my stuff, and Geoff goes, he's the master.
Oh, that's great.
So once Geoff said it, I knew I was good. I knew I was.
Yeah.
That's
good
my
hands.
So,
yeah.
So.
And that makes it not work at that point. You know,
Yeah.
you want to do something that doesn't feel like work.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like work. It feels like I'm one of
That's how
them.
it should
It's
be.
amazing,
Yeah.
man. You know, Rudy Sarzo. I mean, the world knows who Rudy Sarzo is, and you know, Rudy's treated me like a little brother. You know,
Okay.
and Rudy is a life coacher. He coaches life, and he sits me down. Like we'll go out to eat, you know, a couple times a week, and he'll want to know what I'm doing,
Yeah.
and you know how I'm doing it, and you know, he's that guy, you know, and you know, set me straight if he thinks it's wrong. You know, that's Rudy. You know,
Well, that's nice.
just a great guy, man. I love him to death. His brother Robert, man. I mean, just a phenomenal guitar player. You know, I want to be Robert Sarzo when I grow up.
Right.
I just want to be able to play like this guy. He's such a pro. He's been doing it for so long, and you just watch him play, and it's like, how does he just do it? He just gets up there and just does the stuff,
Yeah.
and he's just amazing. And all of them are. Simon Wright, the drummer, you know, that played with AC/DC. I mean, he hits them drums like, you know, when you're playing with AC/DC, you better be able to hit the drums
Yeah.
hard, you know, because
You have to step up the volume just a
you've
little
got
bit.
to step up the volume.
It's not a cafe,
no,
you
it's
know,
not.
band. Yeah.
And that's Simon, you know, and he's a great guy, man. He's just a great guy. We poke fun at each other through the whole tour, you know. But all of them are great guys about it.
Now, you know, I'm sure that everybody's going to keep asking you, but where did the song title come from, and what was it? You know, what was the genesis of the song?
Yeah, and I knew you were going to ask that question. It's kind of a funny one. I was actually kind of dating this girl, and this is a funny story. She lived, you know, kind of far away, and there was a hotel. Believe it or not, there was a hotel kind of in the middle.
Okay.
So we would actually go out to eat, and then we just, you know, we'd meet at the hotel and hang out or whatever. The funny part about it is that we always got the same room. It didn't matter if all the rooms were available. We always got room 212. It was just the funniest thing. You know, I'd get the key and I'd go, whoa, room 212 again.
Same number.
Wow,
Yeah,
how
that's
did,
familiar.
so you know, and I wanted to write a blues song, you know, kind of a bluesy song. So it just all came about. I mean, it was like Blues Room 212. That's going to work. And I kind of put that out into the public, and people were like, wow, we love that title, you know. How did you come up with that? Most of them I didn't tell. Right. You know, so the world knows now.
Yeah, but now everybody knows. So it's
now
fine.
everybody knows.
You
so
don't have to tell it as much now.
I don't have to tell it as much.
doing
You all
you a
know
favor.
now.
Yeah. Now it's easy.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, Blues Room 212. Yeah, that room will go down in history in my books.
You can always come back to it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I got another little story about Alice Cooper. My friend Ryan Roxie. I've known Ryan since 1990, 89 or 90, maybe
Okay.
before that. Long time.
I was 3. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, long time ago.
Yeah.
He's a guitar player for Alice Cooper.
Right.
And I met him years and years ago, and now he's with Alice, and you know, I've watched him emerge as like this, you know, this guitar god. You know, he's just such a, I mean, he's everywhere. You know, he's endorsed, and he's got, you know, clothing and all this stuff. You know, and I love it when I see somebody that I've known since I was little and just grow into, you know,
Turn it into something.
Turn it into
make
something.
It work. But at
Yeah.
the same time, it's always really exciting when you can celebrate with your friends and you can see that level of success.
Yeah.
You know, really take
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
And it kind of, I think that's just fuel. It just ignites what you're doing, and it's really cool when everybody just kind of keeps making it work.
Yeah. Marty Friedman's another one. You know, Marty played with Megadeth and Cacophony, and he's an extraordinary guitar player. You know, me and Marty played. Marty used to come over to my house, and you know, Marty Friedman was the one that got me writing my own material. I played cover songs up until you know, Marty started coming over to my house.
And that's pretty much all you did? When you learn the guitar, you're just learning other songs? And
yeah, when I first started playing, obviously I played cover songs. You know,
Okay.
all the Judas Priest and you know, I played all that stuff, you know. But then, you know, I wanted to move up. You know, I wanted to do something different, or, you know, maybe bump it up a notch. So
yeah.
you know, Marty was playing in a band called Hawaii at the time, and they were actually rehearsing at my house. And so they were looking for a second guitar player. And, you know, Marty's, when I say extraordinary guitar player, if you ever heard his stuff, you'd understand. You know, I was in the band for about 5 minutes, you know what I mean? You know, just, you know, as the second guitar player, I mean, they expected me to, you know, keep up with Marty back then. You know, back then, I wasn't quite, you know, quite the guitar player back then. You know, I was a lot of rhythm stuff, you know what I mean? A little bit of solos. But yeah, I couldn't keep up with Marty, so you know, I kind of, you know, tiptoed out of there, out of my own house, you know. So, you know, but yeah, Marty's a good friend. I love Marty. He's a great guitar player, and you know, I mean, I'd love to go on tour with him. I would. I'd love to do something with Marty one day, you know.
Well, time will tell. You know, stranger things will happen. And as you're starting to do your thing more so, and people are responding, you know, it's only a matter of time before you get a lot of those old buddies saying, hey, you know, I caught wind of what you're doing now. Why don't you come back out and hang with me and let's do some more.
I get a little bit of that now, you know, my old
music,
band members, you know, they call me up and they're wanting to do some things, you know, but, you know, it's like I'm kind of, you know, I'm on my own path right now, you know, I'm really on my own path. I'm very focused, doing my own thing and real happy with it, and you know, I can't wait to see where it goes, you know. Hopefully, you know, hopefully we'll get the CD done. It's been a long time in the making. We had a great time, man. It's good to see you again.
Great to see you.
It really is, man.
Man, all the best. And we'll catch each other on the road, whether it's Nashville or some random town.
Absolutely, man.
Back here.
Are you hungry?
I could eat.
Let's go eat.
Yeah,
What do you feel like?
Yeah, you know, I don't know.
There's a Hooters.
Little burger joint, or
and there's a Hooters, and there's
probably a hot dog stand somewhere.
Yeah, there is, and there's a Hooters too up the street.
Well, that's always
Did I tell
really
you about
good
the Hooters?
food, right? That's pretty good. They do wings, right?
Yeah,
that's their.
I think they do wings. Yeah.
The wings.
Yeah, but I did tell you about the Hooters.
Do the wings?
Let's do that.
Yeah, let's
do that.
Let's go get some wings.
Yeah, let's go get some wings. Everybody needs wings, you know. Everybody needs wings.
Spicy wings.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Did I tell you about the Hooters up the street?